everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. In today's pick a card reading, we are looking at the energy of your soulmate. Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps below, which will take you to your reading. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is also linked below. Please know that that is the only way to book any of my services with me. If anyone ever reaches out to you, please remember that that is not me or anyone affiliated with me. Okay. We are looking at the energy of your soulmate. Can we have a card for pile number 1, please? Can we have a card for pile number 2, please? Can we have a card for pile number 3, please? Pile number 1, you have duck with the strawberry quartz. Pile number 2, you have ladybug with the banded agate heart. And pile number 3, you have the butterfly with the pink opal. Please take as long as you need choosing your card or cards, and I'll see you in your readings. Hello, pile number 1. You have the strawberry quartz, and your card is the duck. So the energy that I'm getting from this card, the energy of your soulmate, first and foremost, I feel like this person is very loyal, very family-oriented, probably has some sort of strong community around them, maybe like whatever their career is, or some kind of hobby that they have, or there's like a really strong social network, something like that. But I feel like this person definitely has the energy of someone who wants to settle down, wants to have a family, either in the sense of human children or fur babies, but someone that's very like home-oriented, family-oriented, probably has strong family ties, you know, with their own family, possibly even extended family. And I feel like the energy that I'm getting from this person is that they're really good at teaching. They could literally be a teacher for some of you, but I feel like this person would be like a good parent, whether that is teaching human children or, you know, fur babies, just like very patient, very like good at explaining things and teaching, things like that. So, and I also feel like they're very open to learning new things, okay? I feel that this person is very in touch with their emotions. I feel that they're intellectual. They enjoy deep conversations, really about anything, but I feel like especially things that they're passionate about, like they could talk and talk and talk about particular subjects for just hours on end, but I feel like they make these conversations very, very interesting. And I feel like they love when people ask questions because then they can talk about it even more. Okay, so they're just very passionate about things that grab their interest. I feel like they're also very spiritual, intuitive. I feel like this person is like a deep thinker. Like I said, I think I said this, they're loyal, and they're very protective of their energy, who's around them. So I feel like while they have like a greater social network or extended family, probably both, they're very selective with who's around them. So I feel like, you know, this greater community that they're in also has a lot of really, really good positive people in it. And The energy that I'm getting is this person is very kind and open, but at the same time, they're protective, right? Protective of their family, their friends, protective of their energy. So like they're very intuitive. I feel like they can read a person very, very well. Okay. I feel like they have really good instincts. And Another thing I'm getting is that they don't really like confrontation. They like to keep the peace. And I feel like that's exactly why they only want good people around them, because they don't want drama. They don't want any of this excess stuff that could be taking away from them relaxing and enjoying life, if that makes sense. And obviously with the duck and water, this person could definitely have energy of a water sign like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but the duck can also fly, right? So there could be elements of air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And I'm also getting a little bit of earth energy. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because I feel like the energy of this person isn't necessarily afraid to fly and try something new, but I feel like in order for them to do that, they would have to have everything really, really planned out, because they kind of like to stay in their comfort zone. But from time to time, they may take a chance and try something new. So I feel like, because I've mentioned 3 out of the 4 energies as far as, fire, earth, water, air. But I feel like it goes in order of dominance. It would be water, air, and earth. Okay, so that's the energy that I'm getting from this particular card. Let's go ahead and look at your other cards. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 1, please? We're looking at the energy of their soulmate. So we have tears of joy and sadness. So this is kind of what I was saying. I feel like this person, the energy of this person is they like to be in their comfort zone, but from time to time they will venture off. But I feel like that's very difficult for them. I feel like for them to kind of venture outside of their comfort zone, it has to be something very, very important, something that's like it would be bittersweet. And so I feel like they don't do this often. And I feel like they're very, very in touch with their feelings, very in touch with their intuition. And I feel that, you know what I'm getting? I'm feeling like this person, in order for this person to kind of spread their wings and fly and take a chance on something, it would be for like spiritual growth or some kind of up leveling in their life. But I feel like they would give it a lot of thought, self-reflection, introspection before making a move. Okay. So I'm also feeling like this person is someone who really enjoys a social network, but they're not like codependent. Okay, so this person can also be independent, but they love having people around. So this person might be a little bit of an extrovert. Okay, like really enjoying having people around and, really enjoys that energy. Okay. And then we have fire magic. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This person is very, very passionate about things. And I laugh because this is kind of the energy that I was seeing when I was talking about it earlier, how they would love to talk to you about things. They would love to show you what their passions are and show you like their hobbies. And I wouldn't be surprised if for some of you, this person either goes to like classes or watches classes online or teaches classes or something like that about whatever their particular interest is, which could be, absolutely anything. It doesn't matter what the interest is, but I feel like they're very, very passionate about their hobbies. Okay, like very, very, very passionate about their hobbies, which is a good thing. It's like, it's a very sweet energy. Like, have you ever seen someone talk about something that they're so passionate about, and it's like their eyes get so excited and their body language is excited? And like, I love listening to people who are that emotionally invested in something, even if it's something that I'm not really interested in myself. I just find it fascinating to listen to people talk who are, that into something. And that's the energy that I'm getting from this person. Okay, what else would you like to say for pile number 1, please? Okay. Today I choose hope. Ooh, that's interesting. So yeah, I feel this person is very hopeful. I feel like this person always sees the bright side of things. If there's a bad day, I feel this person might take a moment to be sad, because if you look here at this card, this person here, you probably can't see it, but there's like a tear coming down here. And so it's like, today I choose hope, and that's exactly what I'm seeing here. Like, there's something sad going on here, but at the same time, when you look in the mirror, this person has hope. Okay, so I feel that these two cards really go very well together. Let's see, what else can you tell us, please? Pile number 1. Okay. I trust myself, I am wise, I am brave. Yeah, so this also goes along with what I was saying. So this person does trust themselves. This person, I feel, is very intuitive. And also, remember, I think I said this person loves like intellectual conversation. So this person is wise and brave. But it's like I said, in order for this person to spread their wings, it's going to have to be something very important. So it's not that this person isn't brave and that they won't take a chance. It's just that they're not going to take a chance unless it's something that's really, really calling them, like something that's in their soul. Okay, so what else is it with this card? Let me see. I am brave. Oh, you know what it is? It's also with I am brave. Remember how I said this person is like protective of their energy and things like that. And so with I am brave, what I'm getting is that, because this is a very gentle soul energy that I'm feeling here, but at the same time, I wouldn't really want to mess with this person or make this person angry, because, and not in a scary way, but like, they wouldn't be afraid to say, hey, like, that's it, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Or, with like friends and, associates, things like that, where they wouldn't be afraid to like put someone in their place. Okay. So yeah, that's the other thing I'm getting here, but it just, again, and you know what it is? That could be surprising because this person is such a gentle soul energy. So if someone really kind of steps over their boundaries, I feel that people could be surprised when this person is like, no, that's it. No, I'm putting up this wall and I'm not going to let you in my life anymore. Okay. And I don't mean with, like a disagreement or something like that. This person's very diplomatic. I mean, if somebody actually crosses a line. Okay. What else can you tell us for pile number 1, please? Pile number 1. So we have the 8 of Pentacles. I feel, this is what I'm talking about, where this person is very passionate about like a hobby, something like that. This person could be a literal teacher, professor, something like that. That's obviously not for everyone, but they're very passionate about what they do. So definitely this person could have a job that they really, really, really enjoy. This person could be, for some of you, an entrepreneur, someone who turned a hobby into a passion, someone who, again, may have been brave, may have taken a leap of faith and pursued something, a passion that they have, especially with fire magic here. They're very, I think I said this earlier, they're very patient, they're very grounded. And see, this is exactly why I said that there's a little bit of earth energy with this person here, because they're, even though, mainly I get water and air, they're also very grounded, especially as I was talking about with like family, friends, things like that. Like, they're very settled in the community. They're not a huge risk taker, things like that. And they're also, like, they're not going to give up. They're not going to give up on the relationship. They're not going to give up on when times get hard. Okay, they're gonna find a way through. Wow. So we have the Star card. I feel like this person can be a little bit of a dreamer, creative. Again, I'm getting this gentle soul energy. This is someone who enjoys good people around them, enjoys life itself, enjoys having fun. This is like a lighthearted energy, kind of goes with the flow. Someone who will figure out a way to make things happen. I feel like this person is also someone who doesn't really, like, they may have self-doubts, but it's like they will work around those self-doubts. It's almost like if they feel like they're being very doubtful of themselves or their talents or their skills, they'll like do a lot of introspection and be like, okay, why am I feeling this way? What can I do to improve this and make myself better? You know, things like that. And then we have the King of Swords. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Kind of everything that I've said so far. So first of all, what I'm seeing here, this person isn't necessarily afraid of change, but they're going to do a lot of introspection, a lot of research, a lot of double checking, things like that before they make a change. Okay. Because I feel that this person, is very, how do I say this? This person, like this person's very stable and very strong. And so they kind of like don't want to rock the boat, but if they have a great idea, if they have a calling to a certain place or a certain thing, they'll definitely explore that and research something to like to the ends of the earth before they make a decision. Okay. But I can tell you, once they make a decision, they're going to stick to that decision. And I feel like by doing that, this person always lands in the right place. Okay. And everything just kind of works out for this person because they are so diligent with things. And again, remember I said this person's very intellectual. This person loves talking and getting new information and teaching and all of those things. So I'm seeing that here too. What else is it with the King of Swords? Anything else? There is something else. I think it'll come to me as we continue moving along. So here we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, these two go together. What is this? What is it trying to tell me? It's kind of, oh, you know what it is? These two cards go with this card up here, Tears of Joy and Sadness, how we have like the two sides where this side is crying and this side is very hopeful. I'm seeing that here too. So what I'm getting is that the energy of this person when things go, when there's an issue or a problem or something happens, it's, you know, very sad or tragic or something like that. I feel that this person will kind of feel their feelings and really process their feelings fairly quickly, like in a very healthy manner. And we'll process these feelings, we'll process these thoughts, everything that happened, and then we'll kind of be like, okay, it is what it is. I'm not going to dwell on this anymore. Let's just try to make the best of the situation. Let's try to move on. You know, very, very hopeful. Okay, so things don't really keep this person down, especially being in the water here with the Duck card. I feel like this person has a great ability to kind of cleanse their emotions and cleanse and process things that happen in daily life. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles. This is kind of a continuation of what I'm saying, where this person can definitely kind of like look at things that happen from like a third party perspective and say, okay, this thing happened here. This thing came to an end. This was not good. This was painful. But I can't sit here and dwell on this forever. So I'm going to process these emotions, take a few days or a few weeks, months, whatever it is, and then kind of refocus my attention to what's next. What's the plan next? What do we do from here? Because this person can't dwell here forever, and like they don't want to, but it's almost like physically they seem to have this natural ability to heal from like stress and anxiety and emotional trauma very, very, what some people would say is very quickly, or I don't want to say easy, but they just seem to kind of flow through things and say, okay, nothing I could do about it. Let me just be in the moment and then, move on. And I feel by doing that, they're actually very, very strong. Okay. And also I think that's where a lot of their wisdom comes from as well, the way that they process stressful situations. Then we have the Seven of Wands. So this is what I was saying earlier, how they're very protective. Like they're very, very peaceful, quiet. I say quiet unless they're talking about something they're passionate about. Okay. But a very peaceful, gentle energy. Okay. But at the same time, I feel like this person has kind of gone through some things in their life things that weren't easy. And it's made them very strong. And it's also given them a different perspective on life. And I feel it's exactly these things that this person has gone through and the way that they process hardships that has made them so strong and so brave, and also why they like to be a little bit carefree and relaxed in their nature, and also why they are so caring and nurturing, because they have been through hardships, but they've picked themselves up, and it's also why they're so, so protective of their energy and so protective of the people around them. Like I feel their friends are their family. Okay. Yeah, they really get like, they're really good at seeing things from a different perspective that other people might not see. So I feel that's part of the reason why they are or could be a really good teacher. Like helping other people see a different perspective. For some of you, this person could be like a counselor, a psychologist, something like that. It doesn't have to be that specifically. For some of you, it probably is, but something kind of in that general realm where it's trying to give people a different perspective or getting people really interested in something, because the way they're so passionate about certain subjects, that can kind of be contagious. Like, have you ever had a professor or a teacher in your life where you went into the class thinking, oh, this is going to be boring, and then the professor or teacher is just so passionate that it's kind of contagious, right? That's the energy I'm getting from this person. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, so this person is very strong, a very strong spirit, a very strong soul. It's the energy that I'm feeling here, where it's like different experiences in this person's life have really shaped who they are. I feel this person has a great ability to just kind of pick themselves up, dust themselves off, move on with life. I feel this person is very successful with whatever they do. And I feel the reason why is because they put 200% of their energy into things. I feel this person is loyal to people, is loyal to their career, to the people they work with, all of these things. And I feel also that this person just has like a really good uplifting energy wherever this person goes. I feel that like there's a sense of quiet charisma that this person has. Just their energy is very engaging, very soft, kind. but also very strong, right? Like I said earlier, this person definitely will not have a problem telling you exactly what they feel if they're pushed to that point. I feel this person would rather just leave the room, but if they really get to that point, they're gonna kind of unload on someone exactly how they feel. And I feel that it would be a little bit shocking, like, whoa, I didn't know they had it in them to, to be so bold and say everything that's on their mind. Because normally they're like, I don't have time for drama. I'm just gonna leave and go home and be in peace, right? But sometimes it'll come out. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, you see here how we have that air element where they're not afraid to take a leap of faith. They're not afraid to express themselves. See, this also goes along with what I just said. They're not afraid to express themselves and tell you exactly what they're feeling, especially if they get pushed to a certain point. And I'm not saying that you would do that. I'm saying just in general, if they get pushed to that point, they can have a sharp tongue, but it's pretty rare. Okay, it's pretty rare that that's going to come out. And so the other thing that I'm seeing here is that, yeah, they're not afraid to take a leap of faith and run with their dreams and make their dreams happen, but they need to know in their soul that this is a good option, okay? Especially with the Knight of Swords being below the star. You see what I'm saying? How they're not afraid to follow their passions. But they're gonna, for the most part, they're gonna see if they can do it within their comfort zone. And if they can, that's even better. But if they can't, they're not afraid to venture outside of that. But, for the most part, they're gonna try to stay where they are. This is what I've been talking about, the Strength card. They're very, very strong. They're loyal. They have this kind of, what is it? Well, bravery also. Remember here, this kind of, hold on a second. Don't hold on, but I'll get to what I was saying in a second. Remember how I told you they're a great teacher? The Strength card to me can indicate a great teacher, someone who has, patience, dedication, and who can lead by example, things like that. It's also, so like I said, someone who's a great protector. But there's what I was going to say a second ago. This person, they have, it's like, let's say that if this person was like a manager or an owner of a company or something like that. This is just an example to show you or tell you what I'm seeing. This person has this energy about them where, how some managers can be very micromanaging, and they can just really get under your skin. I mean, some people like to be micromanaged, but a lot of people that just does not work so well. And they can just be condescending and micromanaging and all this stuff. This person's the opposite. So when you have a manager like that, certain people might resist that and might not, the morale can go down. But this person is the opposite. So first of all, they lead by example. They have a very gentle nature, so that everybody just kind of falls in line. Everybody does their job. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to do a good job because the energy of this person, it's like, well, why wouldn't I, right? And so I'm not saying that this person is necessarily a manager or, owner of a company, but that's kind of the energy that they give off. It's just this quiet, calm charisma where everybody just kind of goes with the flow just like they do. Okay, then, yeah, see, so here we have the Hermit card. So I feel that this person, okay, how do I say this? So with the Ten of Swords and the Hermit, remember how I said if they go through something, they'll process it, be introspective, and then move on. So that's what I'm seeing here with the Hermit card, because the Hermit card is number 9, so it's coming out of that phase. And so I feel that this person is really, really good at processing emotions, events, anything that's happened in their life. And they kind of go inward, but not in an unhealthy way. They can go inward, but it's very, what is the word I'm trying to think of? It's very, well, it's therapeutic, but it's, I can't think of the word. It's very, like a pretty quick process where they go inward. They don't internalize things, but they process things, they understand things, and then they come right out of it. So for the most part, this person is an extrovert, or, more of an extroverted personality. But when something happens, this person might kind of go within themselves and need a little bit of solitude, really not that long, okay? And then they're going to come out and they're going to be, almost as good as new. And then we have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, so this person is very, very dedicated, very passionate about things. Especially something about career, hobby, something like that I'm telling you, when they're interested in something, they will go all the way with it. For some of you, I'm hearing like science, I'm hearing astronomy, things like that. I don't know why that is probably very specific for someone. Yeah, I keep seeing like stars in the sky. It's really interesting. So yeah, very, very passionate about things. And it's just this energy where it kind of draws other people in when they talk about certain things or their passions. And it's just like a really fun energy. And then we have the Page of Swords. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, where they're very passionate about things. They love talking about things. They're deep thinkers, and they definitely don't mind being in the spotlight to talk about things. Which, when I say being in the spotlight, that doesn't mean that, they have to be up on a stage talking to people. This could be just talking to you about things, but they love like this intellectual banter. They love like deep conversations, and it doesn't have to be about anything serious. It could be, about just anything. It could be, looking into the depths of a piece of artwork. It could be talking about, for some people, it could be talking about politics. For other people, it could be talking about animal species and astronomy and things like that, right? So I feel like they have all this passion about the interests that they have, which is, it's a really cool, interesting vibe that this person has. So that is what I'm seeing. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 2. You have the Banded Agate Heart, and your card is the Ladybug. So I'm feeling that this person, your soulmate, is very charming. I feel that this person probably has good luck. I feel that I feel like this person also kind of goes with the flow. And I feel that if life ever knocks this person down, they will get right back up and just continue on. Basically, I feel like let's say if this person takes a risk, they try something and it doesn't work out, I feel like this person would just kind of sit back for a minute and say, okay, why didn't that work out? And then they would evaluate things and say, okay, let me go ahead and try again. Let me try it a little bit different and see if that works any better. Okay, so that's what I mean by that. And so I feel that, they're not afraid to take risks. They feel like they're going to take this risk and they will land in the right place at the right time. And usually they do, But if it happens to not work out, I feel like they will definitely learn from their mistakes. So I feel like they're very confident and bold in going forward, in trying new things. And, they're not afraid to just kind of, see what happens. And when I say that, I don't mean that in a reckless way. So this person will definitely think things through and have a plan, definitely before they take action on doing something, but they're not afraid. They're not afraid to try things and, hope for the best. And if it doesn't work out, well, next time will. That's, basically how they feel about it. So I feel that this person's also creative, and this is going to sound really possibly odd to some of you, maybe not, I don't know. But I'm getting this person has a little bit of the Fool energy mixed in with some Emperor energy. And that's kind of what I just said, how this person isn't afraid to take a risk, but they're not just going to take a risk just to take a risk, right? With that Emperor energy mixed in, they're going to plan things. They're going to have a plan of action, and then they're going to move. So it's not like I'm not saying like this person is going to jump from job to job to job. I'm saying like this person might be like an entrepreneur and would have a definite plan in action, and then they would jump into something, right? So they're not afraid of risk, but they're not just going to take a risk just because they're bored. Okay, does that make sense? So yeah, I also get this kind of where they're easygoing, but they're serious at the same time. That's that Fool and Emperor kind of mixed in together. I also feel like they're very hopeful, strong, intuitive, very, very spiritual. And I'm getting like, kind of like a fire sign energy also with air sign. Just very passionate about things and very like action oriented, if that makes sense, like wanting to if they have something they want to pursue, they're going to pursue it. I feel like nothing's really going to hold this person back. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 2, please? Pile number 2. Okay, this card and this card. Look at this is what I just said. Inspiration and courage. Yeah, this is exactly the energy I'm getting from this person. I feel that they'll follow their heart. I feel that this, it's like I said, this person's not afraid to take a risk. If this person didn't take a risk, I feel it would really drain their energy. So I feel like they are, I feel like they're very independent in how they go about pursuing their goals. Like, they don't need someone to hold their hand. They're just going to go out and make it happen. Okay. When it comes to like their goals and things like that. Yeah. This person's very passionate probably about their career, or hobbies that they have. Not afraid to take a risk. Affirmation for acceptance and fate. Yeah, this is basically what I was saying earlier. It's interesting how all these cards are coming together, and it's also interesting how I got fire and air sign, and then here we have fire and we have air here. So that's very interesting. So you remember how I said this person's not afraid to take a chance and try something new. And then look here how we have the tornado here. So they're not afraid to take a chance. But if something doesn't necessarily work out, they're not going to lay down on the ground and just give up. They're going to rise above their problems. They're going to examine what they did. Did they make mistakes? Why did things go wrong? And then when they have it all figured out, they're going to try again. So yeah, this person doesn't dwell on things. I don't think they dwell on anything. I think they process things and then they try again if something doesn't work out. So there's a lot of resilience that I'm feeling from this person. I'm also getting that they're very strong. They're protective of anyone who's close to them. And what was the other thing that was coming through? Oh my gosh, what was it? Okay, I just lost it, but I'm sure it'll come back as we go along. But yeah, this person's very confident. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 2? This one, okay. I let go of the past, I trust in the future, and I accept the present moment. Isn't this what I've just been talking about? Let me show you the butterfly. I feel like this is what I've been saying. So, and it goes so well with this card right here. I let go of the past, which, you know, something here didn't work out. So, you know what? They're going to let it go. They trust in the future. And this person is not focused on the past. This person is saying, okay, that didn't work out. Why? And say, okay, I figured out why, so let's try it again. It's really that simple for this person. You know, I feel like that card was supposed to come out, this one that was on top. Once I started shuffling, I was like, no, that was the card. Okay, let's see. Nature loves me. Opening my heart to nature helps me feel happy and peaceful. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Especially with the ladybug, I feel like this person might like to take long walks outside. And maybe that's what this person does when something goes wrong. That could be exactly how they process it. Maybe they go outside, they go for a walk, they just kind of cleanse their energy, they let go of things. And then they come back and they're right back here where they're still inspired. They still have courage. They're not going to let anything hold them back. And I feel like this goes with like kind of all different situations in life. If it's kind of like, well, that door closed, but another one's going to open. So they're very positive, very like it seems like they live like in the now, right? Where they're very present and they don't look toward the past too much. You know, they can look toward the past to see what they did wrong or mistakes or things like that, but they don't sit in the past. And they're also not hyper focused on the future. So they're very cognizant of being present today and living for the moment and things like that. And I feel like they like to improve. So improve themselves, always having some kind of goal, something like that. And just, they have this confidence that radiates from them where it's like, well, of course I'm going to make it happen. Why wouldn't I? You know, that kind of energy. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 2, please? The energy of pile number 2's soulmate. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. So it's interesting, your very first card here is the Star card. And I'm going to set these right here. They're kind of off-centered, so we'll know which ones fell out. Okay, so the Star card, and look, it's right below inspiration and courage. So this is what I'm saying. This person is not afraid to take a risk. This person isn't afraid to follow their heart. This is someone who's going to make their dreams happen. This is someone who's going to listen to their heart. This person could also be intuitive. I feel they're creative, they're intuitive. They seem to have this ability to be in the right place at the right time or find the right information at the right time. And then as soon as they feel that they're ready, they go for it. So they might kind of sit and wait. So this person could also be patient. But I feel like it's not necessarily patience, because what I'm seeing is if this person has a goal in mind, they're constantly working on it. And so they don't even realize if it's taking a long time. They're so engrossed in whatever it is that they're doing that patience almost doesn't really factor into it, if that makes any sense. But this goes for everything. So they're going to be passionate about the relationship, right? They're going to be passionate about what you two are going to do together. If there's something that you want to accomplish together, believe me, they're going to come up with a plan to make it happen. Okay. And I feel like they can be, very inspirational, in the sense of how they just kind of get these ideas and things just fall into place. So it's a really just kind of like inspirational energy, like, wow, if that person did it, I could do it too. The Ten of Cups. I love this card. So I feel that this person, like I said, I just said this about being passionate about you, your relationship, family, things like that. They're passionate about a lot of different things. It's not just about career or hobby. It goes into everything. When this person puts their energy into something, a person, place, or thing, all of their energy is in it. Okay? So I feel like this person is also passionate about, is or will be, if you haven't met this person yet, right? Because some of you are watching this and you already know who your soulmate is, right? So very passionate about making the relationship work, and you know, feeling very comfortable and very happy and enjoying every single moment together. So this isn't someone, let's say if you have an argument with this person, this isn't someone who's going to hold resentments. This isn't someone who's going to, you know, bring up an argument that you had a year ago. No. I feel this is someone who's going to, if you have an argument, this person will want to sit down and talk about it and work through it and then move on. Okay, so I feel that this person's very detail-oriented, very solution-oriented, and also very loving, very caring. So yeah, this person could definitely be like romantic, especially with all this passionate energy that I'm feeling here. So you could have like nice little surprises, things like that. This person also feels or will feel lucky that you two found each other. And I feel like you're going to feel the same way. Okay, the Six of Cups. Yeah, so this person's loyal. This person follows their dreams, absolutely. And once this person sets their mind to something, I can tell you they're going to see it through, okay? This is someone who has, you know, it's like I said earlier, the Fool and the Emperor energy kind of merging. So with the Fool, sometimes the Fool can be a little too lighthearted, where sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes they can start something and then, you know, not really finish it. The Emperor, on the other hand, will start something and finish it. And so that's where I'm getting these two energies coming together, the Fool and the Emperor, because this person's absolutely not afraid to follow their passions, right? Something that's been in their heart, something that they've known that they were going to accomplish in their life since they were little. But at the same time, they're not going to start something and stop it. They're going to see it through. And they're going to love the experience pretty much most of the time, right? Of course, we all have our off days when we're not enjoying things, but for the most part, this person is not going to get into something unless they have that feeling of, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing right now, and I'm going to love it. The Temperance card. Yeah, so this person's also very balanced. See, this is what I'm saying. It's that balance of the Fool and the Emperor. So this person's very, very strong and can be very straightforward, but they also have this gentle side, this fun-loving, peaceful, relaxing side. So yeah, I'm feeling like this person, you know what it is? This person gives 100% of their attention to everything that they're doing. So when this person is working, 100% of their attention is going to work, okay? When this person's not working, when this person is with you or, you know, out with friends or something like that, this person can turn the phone off. This person can be in the moment with you, with family, with friends, relaxing, being out in nature, right? So this person has so much passion for everything in their life, but they don't let one thing or the other take over. Okay, so very balanced, they're very aware of where they are in each different situation, if that makes sense. They're very, what is that word? I'm getting so like consumed with these readings that can't think of like simple words today. So I'm sorry, but I think you get the picture with this card. Wow, the Queen of Wands. Look at that, because this inspiration and courage card here kind of makes me think of the Queen of Wands. And this really kind of continues what I was just saying. This person is so passionate about their career, about a hobby that they have, and they're so just, they love it. And look here, like they can just bring things to life. They make things happen, and that inspiration is contagious, right? I feel like they love being around other people who are like them. Not necessarily the same field, but they love like seeing other people accomplish their dreams as well. Okay. But also, when this person's with you, they're with you. They're not constantly checking their email and doing business deals or, writing up plans. They can shut the phone off, they can set it aside, and they can focus on you. Look at all the candles here. You see, so this person can absolutely be very romantic and very focused on you and the moment, right? So it's a very interesting energy. And I feel for some of you, this person maybe wasn't always like that. This person may have been so focused and so dedicated on accomplishing a dream that they were kind of just focused on that one thing. I feel over time, someone who lands in that category has learned that being that passionate about other areas of their life, like, domestic things, relationships, families, other things like that, that it's even more fulfilling, and that this person learned to enjoy everything and do everything with that much passion. And then others of you, this person has been like this, where they can kind of compartmentalize, work is from these hours, and then I'm going to shut it down and I'll go back to it tomorrow, that kind of thing. We have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, see, this person's very balanced. You have the Temperance and the Six of Pentacles. So their energy is very balanced, where, they're so passionate about things, but they can also turn it off. Okay. So they're grounded. Even though they're so passionate about things, that they're able to stay grounded. And I think it has them staying grounded within all this passion and all these ideas and plans that they have. I feel that the way that they stay so grounded has something to do with their spirituality. Okay. And what is it about money? What is coming through with finances and money with this? Oh, well, you know what it is? When, how I said earlier that this person will have an idea, and it's a little bit of the Fool energy, where they're like, I'm going to take a chance on something, but it's also the Emperor energy, where they're like, well, it's just going to work out, right? So they may take a gamble on certain things with career or finances, but it always works out. They always end up making money. Any investments that they make, they get, money back. They get more than what they put in. Yeah, it's like this person just has like this innate talent, ability to see the end result, when others of us may be like, I don't know, I don't really see what you're seeing. This person sees it, and I'm telling you, this person is usually right. The Ten of Wands. So with the Ten of Wands, I feel like this person might like to do everything on their own. They might not like to delegate things, but I feel that they are learning how to delegate things, or this is something that they've learned over time. I'm also feeling like there's something going on here with this person where they may have had some kind of hardship. And I'm so curious to see what your next card is, but they may have had some kind of hardship in their life or with some kind of business venture where something became very, very difficult. Okay. This could be anything. This could be in childhood. This could be in adulthood, and it could be anything for some of you. Maybe they grew up in really difficult circumstances where most people would have, turned a different way. Okay. Some of you, this person may have overcome addiction or may have overcome some other kind of hardship. And because of that, they're kind of, it's like, they see life differently. They don't let those hardships get them down. They've recovered from whatever it was. They've moved on. And they feel like they might say like, your past or my past doesn't define me or you. It's how you grow and how you learn from the past and from past mistakes. So I feel that's something that's very, very important to this person and integral. Why is that word? I'm sorry. I'm just like, I don't know. I am so in this energy. I'm even forgetting how to say words, but integral anyway, in their personality. And then you have the Strength card. Yeah, I was curious what this card was, and look at how well it goes with the Ten of Wands. So this person, look at this. This person is not going to let the past hold them back from who they're supposed to be. Okay, no matter what it is. If they had a hard time growing up, it's almost like they turn that hardship into passion, and it drives them even more to pursue their passions, to make something better out of their lives. And I'm telling you, they pursue what's in their heart with such great passion, and they won't let anything get in their way from accomplishing their dreams. They're gonna keep going. They're such a visionary. The Two of Wands. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. The Fool and the Emperor energy. So look at here how there's this bus and then the globe here. So this person, or this person's ready to go on a trip, on a new venture. This person's ready to make something happen, but they're not just going to jump in the vehicle and take off. They're going to explore their options. They're going to be analytical about things, but they're also going to check in with their intuition before making a move. Okay. So I feel like this person might become a little introverted when they're trying to figure something out. And it's like they plan things. They may do like a pros and cons list, something like that. But let me tell you, when this person makes a decision, they're going to go for it. Yeah. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles, this is exactly what I was just talking about. They're not afraid to try new things. When they plant a seed, they make sure that they have the right soil, okay? The right seed, the right sunlight, the right slope, the right air quality, the right water, sun exposure, everything. They're going to make sure that everything is perfectly lined up, and they are very, very lucky with how they do things, when they do things, people they involve, and they just have this great ability to grow things from nothing. The Page of Swords. So again, with the Page of Swords, they're intellectual. They like to explore things. They like to get to know things. And I feel like they would do this in the relationship as well. I feel like they are so loyal to things and so passionate about things that they really, really want to get to know. Like, let's say you in the beginning, they might really want to get to know you and really like dig into the depths of your soul to find out who you are on like a spiritual, emotional, deep level, right? And I feel like when they commit to something, they commit 100%. Okay, so I feel like they're very inquisitive and just overall very like there's a sense of being very caring, and when I feel that when they commit to something, like they may not be quick to commitment because they want to make sure that what they're committing to is something that's going to last. Does that make sense? So so yeah, just keep that in mind. But I can tell you, when this person commits to someone or something, they're not going to give up. They're going to figure out a way to make it work. Then we have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so balance is very important to this person. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this person is a little bit of like an ambivert, where they are an introvert, but they're also extroverted when needed. And it's kind of like this fine balance between the two. And, you know, especially because when I mentioned the Fool and the Emperor card, and you have Temperance, which is the balance, you have Six of Pentacles, which is balance, and the Two of Pentacles, which is balance. And also look at this Page of Swords, how this person is basically balancing on this sword going across here. So yeah, I feel like there's a fine balance that this person strikes in their life where you know, they're very, like I said, they're very passionate about things. They're very goal oriented, but that goes for everything. That goes for their relationship. That goes for goals that you two have together. That goes for their career, their hobbies, people in their life, you know, all of these different things. So yeah, it's a very interesting dynamic that this person has here. Very, very strong personality, but also very loving, very caring, very intuitive, spiritual, all of those things. And that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 3. You have the pink opal, and your card is the butterfly. It's a very interesting energy that I'm getting here. First of all, I feel like this person, like their overall energy is very strong and resilient. I'm picking up that for pile number 3, this person may have gone through some kind of hardship or something that was life-changing, which could really be anything. For some of you, obviously not a lot of you, I feel this person may have gone through some kind of like near-death experience, or had a loved one who may have passed on unexpectedly, something like that. Because I'm picking up something like very, very serious like that, that really transformed this person. And then for others of you, it was some other kind of hardship or something that possibly would have taken other people down and would have kept them down. But this person used that experience to kind of transform their lives. And really, I feel now this person does not take anything for granted at all. I feel this person, you know, lives every day to the fullest. And I feel this person also is very respectful of time, of people, energy, things like that. I feel they're very spiritual, insightful, patient, loving, caring, nurturing, things like that. But I feel like most importantly, this person doesn't let anything in the past hold them back. They use the past as an energizer, kind of like, well, life is too short. You can't dwell on the past. You need to make changes. You need to just go for it. Things like that. So it could be something like they went through a hardship or something like that, or it could be that this person went through like a massive career change, because I'm getting something pretty significant happened in this person's life. So maybe maybe they were in school for 8 years, they had a graduate degree, and they worked, their butts off in that field. And then one day they woke up and they said, you know what, I'm just not happy doing this. So I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to do something that's in my heart. Something like kind of dramatic like that is what I'm seeing. And maybe it's not that dramatic, but I'm seeing like this major career change for some of you. I definitely feel like this person is a free spirit, okay? Like you can't cage this person. You can't put this person in a box. You cannot hold this person back. And that doesn't mean that this person is not going to commit to you. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that as far as this person's personality, like, this is someone that you absolutely have got to let them be who they are and love them for who they are, because I feel this person could feel suffocated very, very easily. So it's like, what is that saying where you need to love someone in a way that they feel free? Does that make sense? So yeah, I mean, this person absolutely, I feel, is just such a beautiful, positive, loving, nurturing, caring energy. But this is not someone that you want to try to control or change or anything like that, because that would not work for this person. I feel that they're very, very, very happy with who they are. I feel like they're probably an old soul. They seem to be very happy and joyful and full of life, very energetic, all of these things. And I also feel like, as far as, if we're trying to pinpoint what kind of element they might be, as far as fire, earth, air, water, anything like that, I feel like they kind of embody pieces of all of those, right? And so we'll see as we go along. I mean, it could, obviously with the butterfly, it could be like earth and air. Okay, those are probably those two signs are probably most significant, but at the same time, I think that this person has pretty strong energies from all of them, right? I think those two probably stand out a little bit more. Okay. We have Tears of Joy and Sadness. This card was in pile number 1. And this is, basically kind of explains what I was saying earlier, where there was some kind of hardship that happened. Something where this person may have had to take a good hard look at themselves, at their life, where they've been and where they want to go, and make decisions based on that. So I feel that this person makes decisions with their heart, okay? This person makes decisions with their heart and their mind. But if something doesn't feel right, this person is not going to stay in that situation, whether it's, a past relationship, a job, a career. When this person, I feel, is very, very intuitive, and when things don't feel right, they're not just going to sit in that situation and be miserable. they're going to figure out, okay, I need to make some changes in my life. I need to take a hard look at where I've been or where I'm going, things like that. And then this person will absolutely make changes. Even if those changes are painful or bittersweet, it's not going to hold this person back from making those changes. And here we have that air energy. This person's a deep thinker. I feel like they, how do I say this? They have great emotions, but those emotions are under control. And I feel that they're great at transforming emotions into action. I feel like they need to, how do I say this? Like they need to do things. They need to, so let's say if this person is having a hard time with something, this isn't someone who's going to lay down and cry in bed all day. They're going to want to go work out, or they're going to want to go to work, or they're going to want to go outside and go for a walk, right? So this person is more about doing things and transforming energy than sitting in energy and just dwelling in it and feeling worse because of that, right? And I think that's also because this person is an old soul. Like I'm seeing it here with air magic. This person is an older soul. Very wise. Very, very wise person. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 3, please? Pile number 3. It is safe for me to explore unknown worlds and try new things. Yeah, this person's not afraid of change. This person is not, you know what scares this person more than change is sitting still. Now, that doesn't mean that this person is going to be, you know, unstable or moving all over the place all the time or changing jobs all the time. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that when this person feels that they need a change in their life, they're not afraid to explore that and see what, you know, what else is out there waiting for them. And I feel like, I feel like for a lot of you, this has to do with career, because I kept getting that earlier when I first looked at this card, when I was talking about the hardship that happened, where other people may have given up or, you know, just laid down and cried and not wanted to move on with life. It seems like this person is taking whatever kind of hardship that happened and putting it into career, putting it into something creative. So maybe career or hobby. I also feel for some of you, this person may have been traveling a lot, kind of like traveling the world or going on some kind of adventure, some kind of road trip or like backpacking trip through, you know, different countries, things like that. But at the same time, like, this person also isn't afraid to settle down, because I think when they meet the right person, they'll definitely settle down, but they'll take vacations like 4 or 6 times a year, you know, something like that. So this person probably has a job that's very flexible, or they make their own hours. They might own their own company, or they might travel for work or something like that. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 3, please? Pile number 3, okay. The universe is always helping me, sometimes in unexpected ways. Yeah. So I feel that this person's very positive. You know, it's like I was saying earlier, this person's very resilient. This person has gone through things that have changed this person, but they always land on top. Like they're always, you know, I feel like it's a combination of being an old soul and having that freedom, that sense of freedom in their life, where certain things happens. They like, I feel like this person feels like certain things fall apart so that other things can come together. Does that make sense? And so the universe is always helping me, sometimes in unexpected ways. I feel like if this person was, if something fell apart in their life, I think that they would sit with that for a moment and explore those feelings. But then I feel like they would just turn around fairly quickly and say, you know what? I feel it in my soul that this happened for a reason. This one thing over here came to an end because there's something better for me over here. And so I feel like this person is pretty positive. They don't dwell on things for very long. And I feel like that could also be really good in your relationship if if you need support when you go through difficult times. I feel like this person would be very uplifting. I feel like this person will always have the ability to shine a light, as you see in this card, on like the positive things and say, okay, let's cleanse our energy with this incense here. Let's look at what's really going on. What is the bigger picture here? So I feel like this person probably has a different perspective than a lot of people have. Maybe not different from you. You might be exactly like this, and then the two of you will meet, and the two of you are both free spirits and see life the same, and it's just so beautiful. Others of you might be a little bit opposite of this person, but this person gives you like a different perspective on life. And it's just kind of eye-opening for you. And then you become more of a free spirit as well because this person's energy. And then also maybe you won't become a free spirit, but maybe you just love that this person's a free spirit and you give them freedom to be who they are. And it's just this beautiful connection that you have. So lots of different possibilities. This is a general reading. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing with this card here. So let's get into your tarot cards. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 3, please? Pile number 3. The 3 of Swords, this is what I first started talking about with your butterfly card here. I feel this person went through some kind of hardship. Let me look at this card a little bit closer for a second. It's interesting. In a lot of 3 of Swords cards, it can show someone on the ground with the swords, like so devastated that they can't move. But look at this person. This person is standing up with their arms out saying, well, kind of like, okay, well, this happened. Let me evaluate things. Let me figure out what to do next. Right? It's like it didn't take this person down. It gave them strength. Whatever happened in this person's life, and it's all relative, right? Something that to you or me or someone else, it might not be that big of a deal, or it could be a huge deal, but to someone else, it's like, well, yeah, that wouldn't bother me either. You know what I mean? So it's all about perspective, like what we've gone through. But to this person, whatever they went through, I feel like it was pretty dramatic, okay? And I feel like most everybody would see it as being pretty dramatic. Like, oh my gosh, like I would have given up if that happened to me. Like that's kind of like what other people would be saying. And this person is like, well, I mean, what are you going to do? You got to pick up the pieces and move on. And so I feel that's the energy that this person has. Especially because this was the first tarot card that came up, and that was one of the first things that I felt with your butterfly card. So this person's very, very resilient and just such an old soul. Wow. I mean, look at this. Oof, I just got chills. You see what I'm saying here? The 3 of Swords, something that normally would have taken someone else down. This person used it as an opportunity. So here you have the Death card, Death and Rebirth, because look at this card. So this is the Death card, but look at this tree that's growing out of this person. Remember I said other people would want to lay down and just give up, which we see here, but look, with this person going through it, it created this beautiful tree and these flowers down here. And look at all the roots down here. Ooh, so powerful. So, so powerful. I feel like this person, when people hear this person's story, it would be very inspirational. There's something about it where, like, if this person went around and gave talks or had seminars or something like that, I think other people would be like, oh my gosh, like, what am I doing? I need to get up off my butt and you know, follow my passion, pursue life, and live life to the fullest every single day. I feel like that's how other people would feel after talking to this person. Okay. And then we have the Four of Swords. It's so interesting. So, so interesting. Look at all the butterflies here. So, oh wow, and the moon's here and all the flowers. Okay, so like I said, we're continuing on with like the story here. It's so interesting. So with the Four of Swords, there was healing from something. It could have gone one of two ways. Could have taken this person down, or it could have lifted them up in like a really kind of odd spiritual way. Okay. This person has a great ability to, like they see things differently. They have a different perspective on life. And it's because of this thing here, whatever happened. Let's say they had a near-death experience where other people would have been too afraid to leave the house after that. This person is like, oh no, I'm too afraid to sit in my house and not pursue my dreams and go after my goals. So it kind of had like a reverse effect from what it might have had with other people, but it absolutely transformed this person for life, whatever happened. And it might not have happened to them directly. Like, let's say if, you know, they lost a family member or a friend or something like that unexpectedly. Maybe they lost a best friend when, you know, they were very, very young, and that turned this person into this energy of saying, okay, I cannot waste one day. I need to make every single day count, because you never know when could be your last day, you know, something like that. Very kind of like inspirational energy. The Six of Pentacles. So this person is very grounded, okay? This person is a free spirit, but they're not unrealistic. Does that make sense? So I feel what's most important for this person is balance, and I feel that this person is very, very balanced. So this isn't someone who's just gonna, did I say this earlier? This isn't someone who's just gonna like pick up and go and do something so outrageous. Like, they're gonna think it through. They're gonna make sure that everything is gonna stay in balance as they go, because remember, they don't want to waste any time. So they don't want to just rush into something without thinking it through, right? Because that could be a waste of time. So I feel that they're very methodical, especially look at your air magic card here. They're very methodical, and they like safety as they're exploring. So like, metaphorically speaking, they're going to climb the mountain, but they're not going to climb the mountain without a safety harness. Does that make sense? Okay. So then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, this person is deep. Like, their emotions are deep, deep, deep. I feel this person has a lot of like passion and vision and introspection. I feel that this person could be creative, you know, like we're seeing here, which could be a career or it could be a hobby, how they express themselves. It doesn't have to be like painting. This could be anything creative. I feel like there's definitely a sense of expression with something creative, because this person is so enlightened almost and passionate about life itself. This person is also very dedicated. So like, in terms of, if we look at the energy of your soulmate as far as in a relationship, This is someone who's very dedicated, very loving, very nurturing, who does not want to argue or waste time on drama. Like, life is way too short for that. Okay, so I can tell you that right now. This person is not going to be into that kind of thing. This person is all about spending quality time together, making every moment count, and making sure that you understand, or like making sure that you understand the value that they feel from you and in this relationship. Then we have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, so nothing's going to take this person down. This person has been through so much in this lifetime and in past lifetimes. It's almost like they chose to go through all of these difficult things so that they can kind of come to a place of higher enlightenment, or kind of speed through certain levels in life. And they just have a different perspective on things. First of all, they don't waste time on non-important things. They like, I feel like this person is someone who might not even have like social media, or maybe if they do, they only look at it like once a day or once a week or something like that. Like, they don't get caught up in the trivial things. They're all about, every day counts, every minute counts, spending quality time with quality people, following passions, things like that. And I feel also they're pretty resourceful. And they're very intuitive also. Like, they can kind of feel like vibrations from people. I think that they definitely have learned how to avoid people, places, and things that don't vibrate on a higher level. Okay. So I feel also this person has probably some unique people around them. Okay, so unique friends. This person might not have like a huge friend group. I feel this person's very selective for good reason. But the people who are around this person are very, very good people. I feel also the job that this person has. So this person could be an entrepreneur, could have their own business, or wherever they work, they enjoy what they do. They're not going to be in a workplace every day where their boss is horrible and they can't wait to leave and go home. So whatever they're doing, they probably have passion for whatever it is they're doing. Or if they don't, they're working toward that. The Eight of Wands. So interesting. This person doesn't waste any time. This person only does things that they feel like 100% certain about. This person is very intuitive. This person absolutely picks up on energy very, very quickly. I feel this person can read people quicker than most people can. And I feel this person's also not afraid to make changes. Because this person will start to feel very, very uncomfortable very, very quickly in situations that kind of dampen this person's energy. So, you know how like the butterfly, now this is what I've heard. I don't actually know for certain, but I'm pretty sure it's true. How they say the butterfly will protect its wings when it's raining out, because they like get weighed down. They can't fly when it's like pouring rain. And I feel it's the same energy with this person. Like, they will feel suffocated so quickly in any situation that's like repressive or negative energy, negative vibe. They're not about that at all. So they will make changes so quickly. To like better their circumstances. They like things to flow. Do you see the water flowing here? If something like, let's say a tree fell and was blocking that flow of that water, let me tell you, they will figure out a way to remove that because they can't. It's like they cannot be in that kind of energy. I feel like they're always also like pursuing like higher spiritual growth or growth, like always setting goals in their life and meeting those goals and then moving on to the next thing. Yep, this is what I was just talking about, the Page of Wands. So they're very spiritual, they're very creative, they're very like inspired by things, and they're not afraid to try new things. And if something's not making them happy, they're not going to stay there forever. They're so passionate about things. But mostly this person is passionate about life. They don't want to waste any time or energy on things that they don't have an interest in. And you know, they're going to be, or they are, because some of you have already met this person and others of you have not met this person yet. You know, no matter, you can watch this depending, you know, no matter what group you fall into. This person is also going to be very, very passionate about you and your relationship, and making sure that you know how much they care for you and love you and, you know, all of those things. So they're going to say things and they're going to do things that show you how much they care about you and how much they're into you and, you know, all of those things. Like, it won't be a question in your mind, okay? And then we have the Page of Swords. Yeah, so interesting. You have the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords. So this person, I feel, has... It's a very dynamic personality here. This person has a lot of thoughts. Like I said, this person's very, very intuitive, very intellectual. This person sees life differently than other people. And I just, with the Page of Swords, I'm just feeling if the vibe isn't right, then the vibe is not around this person. And I'm getting this person might be a little bit sarcastic. This person might have kind of a darker sense of humor. That's kind of like one-liners, you know, someone who has like a lot of one-liners, someone who might be like a comedian, something, you know, kind of energy like that. Yeah, what else with the Page of Swords? There's something else trying to come through here with the Page of Swords. What is it? Oh, this person's very inquisitive, likes to kind of get to the heart of the matter very quickly. So this person might ask a lot of questions and likes to like learn things, especially about people. Yeah, like asking questions, analyzing things. And we have the Six of Wands. I love this card for you. Oh, especially it's right below the Six of Pentacles. So with the Six of Wands, this is all about celebration. Okay, so this person absolutely celebrates the wins in life. This person doesn't dwell on the negative things in life. This person picks themselves back up. This person likes to surround themselves with like-minded people, very, very strong, independent, creative people, okay? And of course, not everybody has to be creative, but, you know, and it doesn't necessarily mean creative in the sense of like artwork and things like that. Creative in the sense of just how you go about life and getting through difficult circumstances. I feel this person likes to lift other people up, likes to see other people succeed. And this person's very, very successful with whatever it is that they try to do. The Nine of Wands. So with the Nine of Wands, this person looks at challenges different than other people. This person, okay, so this person wouldn't necessarily see like a roadblock. This person would see it as an interesting challenge. Something, you know, especially with the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords, it's like, oh, okay, this is a challenge, and I love a challenge because it kind of feeds my soul to figure things out. That's what I'm seeing here. So it's like, this person could be like a really great problem solver, someone who could have like a job where they're like the problem solver, where they figure out how to solve big complex problems or something like that. It's really interesting, and I feel like any problems, any difficulties that you may have in your lives together, this person is going to say, hey, like let's stand up, let's rise up, let's work through these problems. It's not as bad as it sounds. We're going to work through this. So definitely very positive, and just kind of like an inspiration to other people. Okay. Ooh, and we have the World card. So what I feel with the World card is that this person, like, there's no experience that this person will not see an opportunity in. Okay, nothing's going to take this person down. This person can really see the positive in almost any situation. It's like any situation can be an opportunity just waiting to happen. This person also might like to travel. And like, well, actually, I said that earlier, but it's coming up again here where this person might like to travel or may have moved from one country to another country at some point in their life, or might move, like let's say they live in a different country and they meet you. This person might move to your country. Like this person would have no problem whatsoever moving to a new country or a new city or something like that. So if you do meet someone who lives in a different location than you, I feel like you don't have to worry about how that's going to work out, because this person would be like, oh my gosh, an adventure. Yeah, I'll move to where you are, that kind of thing. Yeah, so that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching.